2004 Ford Focus. I'm going to install a new CV axle right front. The boot ring is leaking grease. This is a manufacturer defect. Alright, so this is a warranty job. New CV axle, the front right passenger side. And I'm going to replace the output shaft seal on the transmission housing too because it's leaking. Alright, today's Sunday. And I'm in the process of doing the exhaust. Because I have a performance issue. Okay. So I took the exhaust apart. This is the center catalytic converter. I clean it up. Supposed to get 2 new pipe rings tomorrow coming in. So I'm gonna put new pipe rings. I already cleaned it up. I already cleaned the flex pipe up. So I'm gonna put in a new pipe ring on the rear catalytic converter pipe and the front catalytic converter pipe. New pipe ring. I already cleaned everything up. This is maintenance. Then I'm gonna put gasket sealer to help reinforce it. So if there's any leaks, this is gonna help reinforce it. Okay? So I'm using 2 pipe rings on the front catalytic converter pipe and on the rear catalytic converter pipe. 2 pipe rings. Velcro coming in tomorrow. And I'm going to use this gasket on it too. So I'll be putting sealer around this and sealer around that catalytic, the rear catalytic converter pipe. Right? And I'll be using a exhaust clamp on it. Okay, I'll be reinforcing everything. Because it was leaking, so I'm doing the repairs on it. But this is a reinforcer. So I'm going to use this double seal. Okay? Double seal. So I recommend using this sealer for your exhaust. Alright? And it's the Ultra Copper gasket for exhaust. Okay? I got all new M10 1.50 bolts and nuts. Alright, flange nuts, flange bolts. Alright, this is the M10 1.50 by 40. Okay? I got 4 and I got some extra flange nut. The serrated end it locks in. When you tighten it down, it locks in because your exhaust tend to vibrate a lot and loosen nuts up, and then you got problems. So I'm putting in all new hardware, flange nuts, and flange bolts. You got Ace Hardware. They got all type of metric and standard bolts for automotive. Okay? So this is M10 1.50 by 40. That's how long these flange bolts is. And I got these serrated flanges locking nuts. Because when you have exhaust, they vibrate. You won't able to lock it in place. Called the pipe flex. Okay? I mean, this is just part of maintenance, you know. You do maintenance in the exhaust system, you're not going to have a problem. Okay? So I do regular maintenance on the vehicles. So I don't drive the Ford Focus, but when there's a performance issue, you always want to check your exhaust. Because what happens is, you step down on that gas pedal and all of a sudden, you're losing power because you have leaks in your exhaust system. Okay? You're going to have hesitation. All right. So it's a good idea to do maintenance on your exhaust system. Regularly inspect it. Like when you do an oil change, make sure you ain't got no loose bolts, leaking no gaskets. Okay, you catch it before it happens. All right. The way how I leak check mine, I use a vacuum cleaner. Stick it in the tailpipe, and I use the tire bead sealer to check for leaks. I use a spray bottle. Yeah, that's what I use over there, that pink bottle. That's what I used to put tires on. All right. And I'm going to install this Cardone CV axle. Okay, that's all I install is Cardone CV axle. Okay, I don't install no other type of axle on the vehicles. I only use Cardone. Okay. Now I got this Cardone axle from Amazon, like $75. Okay. And Amazon only has a 30-day return period. Okay, with a CV axle. But I went ahead and buy it. Normally I get it from Rock Auto or Napo. Okay, Cardone CV axle has a limited lifetime warranty. If there's a manufacturer defect, you can exchange it. Okay. So the previous axle in the vehicle right now, the CV bolt, the outer clamp got loose and the grease coming out. So I was past my 30-day warranty. I had it installed about 8 months. I contact Cardone directly and let Cardone know, hey, there's a manufacturer defect in the CV axle. The clamp on the boot is leaking grease. All right? Because if you don't know this, how Cardone operate and how the warranty work, you wouldn't know. So I had to get with Amazon and tell Amazon, say, hey man, it's a manufacturer defect. The outer CV boot clamp is leaking grease where the clamp is. The clamp is not tightened down correctly, so it's leaking the grease out. This is a manufacturer defect. So that's Cardone. I only use Cardone CV axle. So I'm gonna take my time and put this exhaust back together. Like I said, I'm gonna double seal it up. Use the pipe ring and then put this around the joint and seal it up. All right, and I'm gonna do it at the rear of the pipe. Because this pipe, this is the male. The male goes into the female. Okay, it's like, like you're inserting something into a hole. So this is your male, the rear converter, and the female. So the male is gonna insert into the female. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna put it around the pipe and insert it. I already cleaned with sandpaper, so it's all clean and fresh. So I'll be fitting flex pipe, catalytic converter, all right, and two new pipe rings. Like I said, this is part of maintenance. All right. So doing exhaust work is a lot of work. It's a lot of time consuming. I'm gonna go into the car. I wish I can do a video doing it, but when you lay on your back, it's hard to do a live video unless on a lift. Alright, so this is what I'm gonna replace. This, see that output shaft seal there? It's leaking. Alright, so I'm gonna replace that. Probably might do a video on it, installing the seal with my homemade sealer that I made. Okay, see it's leaking right. You can see the red fluid between the green. It's leaking. See, it's leaking along the transmission housing. All right, and then this is what I'm talking about here. See that grease? That clamp was not tightened by the manufacturer. For whatever reason, it got loose, and the grease, see all that grease there? It's coming out. And that caused problem. You see that? That caused problem. You got dirt and water going on in there and damaging that outer joint. And what happens, you're going to have performance issue. Okay? Because the transmission, all right, transmit power to that old giant axle to make your wheels turn. Okay, so it's always good, to check all your suspension when you're doing an oil change. Okay, so I discovered this. I discovered the air conditioner. Man, I discovered a lot of stuff, man. I fixed the air conditioner. Then when I got in here, discovered this, and I discovered the output shaft seal leaking transmission fluid. So I gotta put a new seal in there. I'm gonna do a video on this and show how I do it. Alright? I mean, there's different methods of doing it. But since I have access right here, I'm gonna take a screwdriver on my 2-pounder and break that seal out. Alright, so I'm gonna do a video and it's leaking. Like this Ford Focus, every time I fix something is breaking. Okay? It's a money take. I mean, it's an old car, but I mean, it takes my money. Because the person who originally had this vehicle was in Minnesota and had a lot of problems with it, and I fixed it. A lot of rusting problems with the frame, the subframe, and I did a lot of work to it. So I'll probably do a video installing this seal, this output shaft seal for the axle shaft. Alright, so, and today's Sunday, I'm not doing no more. Like I said, I already took the exhaust pipe out. So that's the female part of the pipe. So the rear of the catalytic converter is going to sit in there. I already cleaned inside out with sandpaper, and I already cleaned the rear of the catalytic converter flange. So when I get the parts in tomorrow, everything is fit and stick. Fit and stick. Alright, it's like doing plumbing work. You fit everything together, then you snug up everything up evenly. Alright? But before I tighten up that rear, I'm going to tighten up rear catalytic converter. Okay? And then whatever slack I need will be pulling out this way to the front of the flex pipe. And then I'm going to tighten up that last, the rear, where that pipe is. So that's the female, and the rear of the converter pipe is going to be going inside of that. Okay? I'll be using sealer on it, and I'll be inserting it, and be using a clamp. Alright, because your exhaust flexes. Okay, so everything needs to be tight. You do regular maintenance on your hangers, inspect your hangers, make sure they ain't breaking or the dry rotted. You always want to inspect that because your hangers is important for your exhaust system. Alright, and I gotta replace this leaking output shaft seal CV axle. Alright, later.